Threats appear every day to every kind of animal. Threats such as competition, lack of resources, and limited mates. These threats create an evolutionary arms race where organisms are constantly adapting to achieve their optimal fitness, or their ability to produce as many offspring as they can. The adaptations that organisms employ to add to their chances of survival are called defense mechanisms. We plan to take a closer look at different defense mechanisms in insects, birds, reptiles, and mammals.
The orchid mantis, also known as Hymenopus coronatus, is from the rainforest in Southeast Asia, and it's known by various names including the walking flower mantis and orchid mantis. It gets its name because it resembles the orchid flower, and they reach a total length of about 6 centimeters and have 6 abdominal segments, and they are able to fly. It has a morphological mechanism in which it's able to morph itself to look like the orchid flower in order to avoid predators, but it also tricks prey into flying near so that they can capture and eat them. It's hard to find them in the wild because they look exactly like the flowers that they resemble. The peanut-head bug, also known as Fulgora laternaria, is native to Central and South American countries, but is most common to the Amazon region. Its first defense mechanism is mimicry. Its head is the shape of a peanut and is supposed to resemble that of a lizard so that it can scare away predators. It also has a defense mechanism of camouflage. It can blend in with some trees and leaves to not be detected by any predators. It also has aposematic coloration, which serves as a warning or repellent against predators. It has large and red black spots on its underwings that look like large eyes when the bug spread its wings to scare off predators as a second defense mechanism. The length of this insect is up to 8 centimeters long, and its head can be up to 3 centimeters long. It is not able to bite anything because its mouth is like a straw. It can only suck up juices from plants. Its third defense mechanism is a chemical that it produces a toxin that is similar to that of a skunk, and sprays as a third defense if a predator does not react to the other two defenses.
Aves or birds are warm-blooded vertebrates that are characterized by feathers, beaks, and are egg-laying. They are also known for having high metabolisms and are very lightweight, with hollow skeletons to allow them to fly. Birds have a variety of appearances that can be used for their own protection. Female birds have a tendency to be rather dull in color, which aids in their protection as a form of camouflage. Peacocks are a good example of how these unique appearances can help protect the bird. The females tend to have duller colors than the male, helping them blend into their wood-like environments, while the males during mating season have long tail feathers that form a train behind them. This train can act as a form of defense, for when predators pounce on these long trains, they can be detached and pose little threat to the life of the male peacock.
This is a 6-month-old bell chameleon. Chameleons have amazing eyes. The bulging upper and lower eyelids are joined, and the pupil peeks out from a pinhole-sized gap. The chameleon's eyes can rotate and focus separately on 180-degree arcs, so they can see 2 different objects at the same time. This gives them a full 360-degree field of vision, which allows them to see predators coming from every direction. Another defense mechanism of the chameleon is its ability to change color. Special pigment cells under the skin called chromatophores allow some chameleon species to change their skin color. Chameleons change color for camouflage, but this is not always the main reason. Some show darker colors when angry or when trying to scare others. In juvenile chameleons, it is common for them to display black spots and to bulk up and make themselves look bigger when scared or frightened.
Reptilian snakes, although fierce predators themselves, sometimes fall prey to larger land animals. Because of this, they possess a wide array of defense mechanisms. Long fangs can be used for defense, with many possessing the ability to inject venom. Venom results range from neurotoxin to coagulopathy to necrotic tissue damage, and can be lethal to many aggressors. Many snakes use their speed to outrun aggressors, the fastest of which being the black mamba of Africa, clocking in an astonishing 12 miles per hour. Rattlesnakes possess a large noise maker on the end of their tail. If an aggressor gets too close, it rattles it as an attempt at intimidation. Although this can be frightening, one snake has opted for an opposite approach. The hognose of the eastern United States has learned the pet dog trick of play dead. If a predator comes near, the snake will writhe in pain, suggesting it is dying. This action has two effects. First, predators are extremely wary of dead or dying animals naturally. They are unlikely to eat near-death animals for fear of consuming diseased prey. Secondly, the snake's actions of writhing as if it were in pain further imprint a fear of disease onto the animal. The hognose will eventually lie still, play dead, and wait for the threat to pass before moving again. One snake, the Asian wood snake, can even perform what's known as autohemorrhage, a process in which the snake enlarges capillaries in their mouth at will until they burst, causing a rush of blood from the mouth. This further suggests that the snake is dying of a disease and would not be safe for predator consumption.
This is Buddy the Hedgehog. He's about 4 years old. While he may resemble a porcupine, they are actually not related. Hedgehogs have poor eyesight, but excellent sense of smell and hearing, which allow them to detect predators from a distance. These cute critters also depend on their spines for defense, both while they sleep and when they face enemies. By curling into a tight ball and tucking in their heads, tail, and legs, they protect the vulnerable parts of their body. Hedgehogs also have a trick called self-anointing. These amazing animals are immune to certain poisonous plants. They will eat these plants before making a frothy saliva in their mouth. The hedgehogs then lick their spines, spreading the saliva with the plant's poison all over the spikes. Scientists believe this may help hedgehogs hide their scent from predators or give them a nasty shock when they attack.
Mammals are an incredibly diverse group of animals, and as such, defense mechanisms across the group vary greatly. From speed, herding, and even body armor, mammals developed a wide range of defenses to help avoid predators. Mammals even use their own ecological niche as a mechanism of defense. Since most mammals are nocturnal, they are able to avoid large predators primarily active during the day. But the first mammal we look at has developed a unique defense mechanism all on its own. This is the duck-billed platypus. Although the platypus does in fact lay eggs, it's still considered a mammal. The platypus has developed many unique characteristics for defense. Its large duck bill can be used to sense vibrations in water or on land, warning it of an imminent predator attack. If a platypus does come under attack, it possesses a secret weapon. The platypus is the only known mammal to use venom against an aggressor. A sharp barb on the back of the platypus's foot delivers the poison. This venom consists of many compounds and is potent enough to quickly kill household dog-sized animals. Although this is a unique defense against predators, the fact that females lose their barbs throughout life while males of the species retain theirs suggests a use for sexual competition between dominant males also exists.